This conference will now be recorded.
Today we are starting business consolidation with group reporting S/4HANA 2023 on-premise. So as part of this particular course, we are going to discuss legal consolidation, management consolidation, intercompany matching and reconciliation. These are three main areas. So as part of legal consolidation, again, we are going to talk about intercompany eliminations, consolidation of investments, and we are going to understand consolidated P&L statement, balance sheet, cash flow, changes in equity, comprehensive income. How to prepare these statements using group reporting. So let's understand SAP's modern finance platform. So SAP divided entire that particular data into different parts. So actuals, we all know in S4HANA we have different modules, FI, MM, PP, those modules. Using those modules, we are going to post the actual data, invoices, billing documents, whatever. So when I say finance platform, so whatever relevant to financial reporting, so FI, basically FI, finance reporting. Then we have local close. So we all know something we call it as record to report process. So this is one process, record to report process, design to operate process, same like the way like for the manpower one process. So we are talking about record to report process. So finance as a center, we are talking about financial reporting. So this financial reporting, nothing but SAP FI. In the SAP FI, we are going to perform the local close. When I say local close, it's entity. So most of you all FI consultants, you know what it is talking about, right? For a particular entity, legal entity, you can prepare P&L statement, balance sheet, and other reports, legal reports, whatever you want. So in this process, now what SAP did earlier, record to report process, they were talking about financial reporting and legal close, local close, right? So now what they did, they added intercompany matching and reconciliation also here. So and also on top of intercompany matching and reconciliation, they added group close. So when I talk about group close, it's about group reporting. So legal consolidation and management consolidation, and intercompany matching and reconciliation. So in this course, we are going to discuss this group close and intercompany matching and reconciliation. The source for this group close and intercompany matching and reconciliation is nothing but your universal journal table. So this is all about actuals, right? So recently SAP added some predictive accounting and all those. So that's one side. And also SAP has embedded analytics where you can get the reports. So that is analyze side. And if you see extended planning and analysis, this one, so SAP integrated your FI and group reporting both tightly to the SAP integrated financial planning or SAC analytics side or SAC predictive side. So in the SAC, if you observe, we can perform planning, we can perform, we can discover. So we have lots of data from S4 HANA or different sources. We can ask questions and you can answer you can get the answers for those questions. Like you have different options to prepare the reports, dashboards, and you can also perform predictive analytics in this SSE. So we are talking about group close and intercompany. SSE planning is not covered in the course, and FI also not part of this course. For this particular group reporting and intercompany matching and reconciliation, if you have FI knowledge, if you have FA knowledge or group, BPC, if you are BP, if you are a BPC consultant, if you have consolidation experience in BPC, right, it helps you definitely. Without FI background, it's very difficult to understand this particular course. Now, why SAP designed this modern finance platform? What are the what are the what's pain points with earlier systems. Yeah, let's understand those. Earlier, earlier to group reporting, before group reporting, we used to have separate local accounting system and group accounting system. If you observe here, legal consolidation, it's a separate particular solution, and you can see there is separate system as for HANA or ECC, whatever the system you can see. So in BPC, for example, it's a separate system. Consolidation system was BPC. We used to maintain master data separately, financial, I mean group accounts separately in BPC. Then we have some tools like BW, right? On top of BW, we used to build data collection from the sources. So BPC basically gets data from this BW, right? That for the BW source is basically this ECC or whatever S4HANA. So three separate systems. So limited dimensionality, effort to explain figures, because reconciliation becomes a problem. When you have multiple systems, reconciliation basically a problem. So SAP understood this particular issue, and what they did, they added group reporting part of SAP S4HANA only. That may be central finance or standalone SAP S4HANA. Even in this SAP S4HANA, you can have non-SAP system data also. Earlier, we didn't have that option. Non-SAP data we used to maintain in the BW system, but now in SAP S4HANA, using group adjustments table, which is ACDOQ table, you can have non-SAP data also. And extraction, so it's real-time data. So because it's a real-time data, no need of extraction, so the time saves. Earlier we used to extract data weekly, daily, based on the requirement, right? So now it's available within the system. So the benefits, we are going to get it in streamlined local and group accounting. So let's say this is S4HANA system, central finance system. So here you have universal journal where you can store entire your FI, GL, AP, FI data. So GL, AP, AR, asset accounting, material ledger. And here group data, legal consolidation relevant, intercompany eliminations, consolidation of investments, non-SAP data, non-SAP companies data. All these are stored in this particular group reporting table. So it's tightly integrated. That means it's you can feel like it's a real-time consolidation. And the user experience, when you talk about user experience, now SAP using Fiori as a front end. So for group reporting or FI, Fiori only the front end. You can use, so sometimes you can use if you want some, if the user requests, you can use analytics office, not a problem, AO. However, Fiori also has those WebDyn Pro relevant apps so that you can perform reporting in Fiori. And this SAP S4HANA, whatever financial reports you have, whatever financial data you have, local or group, you can connect to SAP Analytics Cloud. So the SAP delivered some content. So you have to establish the connection. You can read the SAP Analytics Cloud can read data from S4HANA, even it can export data to S4HANA. So based on this data, you can perform different reports or dashboarding. You can already the content available, dashboarding content available, analytics content available, planning content available. You can use those content. And we are not going to cover whatever this group data collection, group reporting data collection, or SAC or disclosure management. Just I'm saying that SAP S4HANA can be integrated all these three products. GRDC is another solution which on top of this particular S4HANA to collect non-SAP data, non-financials, notes. So disclosure management, if you want any statutory reports, you can link this particular data to disclosure management. Yeah. So next, whenever you ask the questions, please restrict your questions to S4HANA. We are not going to cover all the above three. In this course, we are going to understand group reporting preparation ledger. We call it as GRPL. It's a new concept they introduced from 2022, GRPL. So entire course based on GRPL. So when we discuss releasing data from Universal Journal to ACDA table, I'm going to talk about group reporting preparation ledger. So let's understand the content, what we are going to discuss in this particular course. Any product, right? Whatever the module in S4HANA, first you need to collect the master data. You need to prepare the master data. See, basically, based on the implementation methodology. So we are going to use, right, ASAP methodology for the implementations. So we have to activate the best practices. Once we activate the best practices, we need to upload or import master data, transaction data. Basically, we call it as, you can create the master data, whatever required for the group reporting. Even you can import that particular master data. You can release the universal journal data. Also, you can import transaction data. Both options are available. So that's what data collection, master data and transaction data. So because we are using configurations, we are SAP delivered content. So configuration already available, right? So whenever we discuss, right, we are going to understand the configurations. First, we'll start with master data and transaction data. Then we'll after, when we move to consolidation or preparation phases, then we will discuss the configurations. All right. So then second thing, once the data is collected, preparation in the sense, whatever data you collected, whether the balance sheet is matching or not, assets equal to liabilities plus equity or not, whatever current month net income is matching with balance sheet net income or not, whether my assets value, whatever the value, more than accumulated depreciation or not. Basic validations you can perform as part of this data validation. Currency translation. Whenever I collect the data collected in local currency, I might have different legal entities with the different currencies. One legal entity USD, another legal entity Canadian dollars, another legal entity with euro. For consolidation, we have to decide one currency, and all these local currencies should be converted into that particular group currency. When we are converting, we have to follow certain rules as per accounting standards. Balance sheet divided into historical and non-historical accounts. Non-historical accounts, we have to configure such a way that it stores the CTA difference in the same account. Historical accounts, we have to configure such a way that the difference goes to a separate account, currency translation reserve account. And any adjustments on top of this data, whatever we collected, we can use manual journal entries. We call it as topside adjustments. On top of local data, whatever adjustments you pass, that's how those are topside adjustments. According to, see, basically local policies might differ from group policies. Sometimes differs, local policy and group policy. So those adjustments we have to perform in the group reporting, because those adjustments should not affect your universal journal table. It should be in ACDA table. Then we are going to perform intercompany matching and reconciliation. As part of intercompany matching and reconciliation, whatever consolidation units we have, whatever intercompany transactions performed among these consolidation units. We are going to track. We are going to understand what are the differences between two from the consolidation unit, partner unit. There might be some transactions. So whatever the differences, we are going to identify. We means the local accountants or intercompany accountants going to identify, and they are going to update the reason for the differences. So intercompany matching and reconciliation, ICMR, basically we use to identify the differences. When we talk about ICMR, my base is ACDoc table, which is group reporting relevant data, SAP and non-SAP data. Yeah. And ICMR, we cover only group reporting relevant ICMR, and we are not going to cover operational ICMR. In FI also, we have company code wise, operational account wise, partner unit wise, you can perform intercompany matching and reconciliation. The configuration more or less same. The configuration more or less same, but I'm going to cover our group reporting relevant ICMR. So once you know this ICMR, group reporting relevant ICMR, you can easily perform FI relevant ICMR. To separate contents for this. See, if you see ICMR group reporting, part of the regular content 1SG, and ICMR operational reporting, basically part of 40Y best practice content. So once ICMR is done, right, we identified the intercompany differences. So the next phase, consolidation. As part of consolidation, we are going to perform intercompany eliminations. So when I perform intercompany eliminations, we already identified some differences here. And when I'm executing the intercompany elimination, I want to post those differences into different accounts. The difference might be because of currency translation or transaction difference. So when I post the transaction at the source, there might be some difference.
So, Kiran,
I
sorry
use,
to
yep,
hello. Yeah, sorry to interrupt you. My name is Chakravarti. So when
yep.
you're saying uh, transaction difference is what we are getting, we're posting, right, to a different account. So where do you use that? I mean, where do you create this account instead of like as part of FS items you create it, or you create in the group reporting itself only?
Both options are available. We'll discuss that. Both
Okay.
options are available. So ICMR and intercompany eliminations we can integrate. It may be transaction difference, it may be translation difference, it may be any other difference because of the timing, right? So whatever identified differences we can post to when we can post to separate financial statement items used when you run the intercompany eliminations. So for that, what SAP did, they integrated these two topics, and they released something called posting rules recently in 2022. So we have to configure the posting rules. So when you configure the posting rules, group reporting relevant posting rules you can configure, accounting relevant, FI relevant posting rules also you can configure. Accordingly, system will post. And on top of intercompany eliminations, after intercompany eliminations, we are going to perform management consolidation. It's not mentioned here. We are going to perform management consolidation. As part of management consolidation for internal purpose. For example, for sales transactions, it's basically a US requirement management consolidation. Among the profit centers or among the segments, whatever sales transactions happened, you want to segregate within, I mean, external and internal. So that management consolidation we can perform. It's on the fly calculation we are going to do. We are going to understand that management consolidation. Then we have consolidation of investments. As part of consolidation of investments, what SAP, I mean, earlier we used to perform using reclassification rules. So we have called two types of consolidation of investments: rule-based consolidation of investments, activity-based consolidation of investments. So here we are going to cover rule-based consolidation of investments. So now SAP investing a lot on this particular rule-based. Activity-based is already matured solution. Rule-based, now SAP, I mean, SAP want to promote rule-based, so they are investing a lot. So earlier rule-based only we used to perform purchase method. Equity method was not possible earlier. But now what SAP did, purchase method and equity method, both possible with consolidation of investments using rule based. So we are going to discuss rule based consolidation of investments, purchase method and equity method, both we are going to cover. Equity method they introduced in 2023, so we are going to cover that one also. And we can create different versions, actual, I mean, whatever, for IFRS one version, US GAAP one version, actual one version, plan one version. So versioning concept also we are going to understand. So reporting side, you have different options for the reporting. As I said, embedded analytics part of S4HANA, you can use embedded analytics, and you can use analysis for Office, Microsoft Office. This one also you can understand. Then we have management consolidation, relevant reports also available, and you can integrate this whatever group reporting data to SAC. So within S4HANA, you have some tools, you have AO, you have SAC, right? All these options are available. So here I mentioned entire course content. So whatever 4 parts I explained, the detailed content I mentioned here. So here you see we are going to start with business consolidation group reporting overview. So this is first we are going to understand key terms, features, architecture, and all those. And we are going to understand how to activate the content, whatever required for particular group reporting. Then we'll go through, tomorrow we will go through entire legal consolidation process. So that is what running consolidation task. Tomorrow we are going to perform this activity. So we have different monitors, data monitor, consolidation monitor, data monitor for legal entity for the local accountant, consolidation monitor is for group accountant. So we'll perform month end closing tomorrow. So this is the first chapter. Second, we are going to understand data collection. So master data structures, we are going to understand different tables available in group reporting, how to create versions, special versions, what is group fiscal year variant, what is group currency, and versioning concept. Those things we'll understand. Then we are going to understand consolidation groups, consolidation units. So in the legal consolidation, we use consolidation groups, consolidation units. We will create some consolidation groups, we will create some consolidation units, and also we'll develop group structure, consolidation group structure. And for the management consolidation purpose, you need some hierarchies, profit center hierarchy, segment hierarchy, consolidation unit hierarchies. So we will understand hierarchies, how to create hierarchy directly in the system, how to upload the hierarchy. So this is a common topic. It is useful for FI also. And sometimes, so by default, any product gives you some dimensions, some fields basically. Consolidation, I need consolidation unit, consolidation group, and flow. Flow is basically, here we call it as transaction type sub item. Intercompany accounts. So with these are the basic fields required. Sometimes your customer might ask you some more fields, like let's say they want to add profit center, segment, extra fields they need. So we can add additional master data. And also sometimes customer might ask you custom field. They might be having some FA custom fields. They want to add those custom fields in group reporting for the consolidation. So we will discuss how the custom fields are added in the group reporting ACDAQ table. And we have some data quality maintenance. So basically, whenever you are collecting the data quality should be good. That means partners, trading partners should be available for the intercompany relevant transactions. Transaction type should be available for the balance sheet relevant transactions. If the customer is using functional area for the expenses and P&L statement, so for the P&L items I need functional area. So all this I can control using breakdown categories. So I'm going to understand, we are going to understand breakdown categories. And then financial statement items. Consolidation accounts are called as financial statement accounts. We are going to understand these financial statement items, and financial statement items having lot of attributes. Some attributes required for the intercompany eliminations, some attributes required for the consolidation of investments, some attributes required for the configurations. So we are going to understand all these FS item attributes. We are going to understand how the financial statement, if you want to add more financial statement items, how to add. If you want to block the financial statement items, how to block the financial statement items. Also, because it's a consolidation tool, you have to map operational GL accounts to financial statement items. So we are going to understand how the FS item mappings happens, uh, how the FS item mappings assign to the GL accounts. Selection objects. So entire configuration based on selections. Selections is basically picking the scope of data for your calculation. So SAP delivered a lot of selections. So we will create one or two selections so that we can understand how the selections are maintained. And technically, whatever SAP delivered selections we can use. And we have hands-on exercises. All these exercises like creating consolidation groups, units, hierarchies, FS items, maps, we are going to execute in the system. You can also execute parallelly. Then transaction data relevant stuff. So we have two sources of data, SAP data, non-SAP data. So SAP data basically comes from releasing the data. So we are going to understand data release and different options in the data release. So data release basically based on the group reporting preparation ledger. So how the GRPL integrates these two modules and how to release the data, we are going to understand. Then we are going to understand how to import non-SAP entities data. So we have flexible upload file. So we will understand flexible upload file. When we are understanding flexible upload file, we will understand what are the different parameters available in this flexible upload file, how to maintain the data in the file. If you want some fields, if you want to add some more fields, how to add. If you want to remove some fields, how to remove. So that we are going to understand. Once data is collected, as I said, like data validations happens. So we'll create different validation rules, validation methods, when we will assign validation rules to validation method, and validation methods we will assign to particular task. So that we are going to understand. And every product, so if in S4 HANA, if you take FI, SD, MMPP, so you have different document types. All right. So same way here also, group reporting having different document types. Local data, some document types. Intercompany elimination data, some document types. Consolidation of investment, some document types. And you have some posting levels like audit trail in BPC. We are going to understand posting levels and document types. And then we have topside adjustments. So on top of collected data, whatever adjustment you want to perform, how to do that. You can import even these group journal entries or topside entries. We are going to understand. And as part of this topside entries, we can also have validations and substitutions. Like in FI, when you are posting a transaction, you can do like profit center is mandatory. For example, one transaction profit center is mandatory. So the user not uh, uh, adding that particular profit center, then system gives an validation error. Profit center is required for this particular transaction or line item. So same way we can have validations and substitutions in group reporting also. We are going to discuss. Then reclassifications. So some adjustments you want to automate every month when you want to post. So for example, 1 or 2 adjustments per year, so you can use topside adjustments. So this option. When you have when you have some entries recurring behavior, then you can use reclassifications. So how to develop these reclassifications? What is the method? What is the sequence? What is source, destination? How the selection happens? So those reclassifications we are going to understand. Then we are all this part of data preparation only. Non-historical accounts currency translation, and then historical accounts currency translation, income P&L statement currency translation. As I said, balance sheet divided into non-historical and historical one formula, non-historical one formula, and all the exercises 5 to 12 we are going to execute in the system. Then we'll come to consolidation of investments. As part of consolidation of investments, we are going to understand intercompany matching and reconciliation. We are going to define some matching methods, reconciliation cases, and we will check the reconciliation balances. And there are some new things happen, new functionalities added in the intercompany matching and reconciliation we are going to understand. So for example, manage the reconciliation clause. So SAP developed a particular app where the intercompany accountant and group accountant can connect, and they can check the status of ICMR, whether the differences are identified or approved or not. If the differences are identified and approved, they can go for group accountant can execute the intercompany eliminations. And once ICMR differences are identified, we are going to execute intercompany eliminations. The group accountant going to execute intercompany eliminations. So as part of intercompany eliminations, balance sheet intercompany eliminations. So with integration with ICMR. And you can execute intercompany elimination with integration with ICMR, without integration with ICMR. Both the solutions we are going to discuss. So we are going to understand balance sheet intercompany eliminations, sales against the COGS. These two concepts we are going to understand. Also we are going to understand revenue and COGS elimination result. So that one also we are going to understand. Also we are going to understand profit on inventory elimination. Within the group, if one consolidation unit selling goods to another consolidation unit, when I am consolidating the data, whatever unrealized stock, right? So the profit on that particular unrealized stock I have to eliminate. Net income I have to adjust from the selling unit. Inventory I have to adjust from the buying unit based on the markup, whatever the margin percentage. So that we are going to understand. We are executing this solution in the system. And then we are going to understand consolidation of investments. So I have so here you can see purchase method elimination, and also I'm going to add equity method. Equity method elimination we are going to discuss, and we are going to understand the result, equity method investment result, and other key points. Then equity pickup, it's a reporting requirement in like Brazil, Italy, China. So it's optional to product. So we so sometimes I cover, sometimes I might not cover. So it depends. So equity pickup also we are going to cover in this system. So these are the exercises in this particular topic, consolidation of investments. And then balance carry forward we are going to understand. Once the consolidation of investments happens, you can perform balance carry forward, balance sheet amounts we can carry forward. Then we need reporting logic for the cash flow changes in equity comprehensive income reports. So we are going to understand reporting rules. Then it's a planning. It's also optional. So how the planning, if you want to execute planning, how can you execute? So how the version to be created? Yeah, SAC planning integration, how it happens, right? So then On top of this exercise, whatever exercises are there, cash flow preparation, changes in equity, so and balance carry forward, we are going to execute. Integrated financial planning, we are not going to execute. So these are the course content. So I have given entire course content here, very detailed course content. So the session, so the session planned for 8 hours, sorry, 30 hours. Sorry. So total 30 hours of session, I think I have here. Yeah. So total 30 hours of session planned. It might be more than 30 hours. Session time every Saturday and Sunday, weekends only, Saturday and Sunday. India time 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. So I follow strictly India time. So there is, I mean, in US there may be some daylight, may not be daylight. So, but I follow India time never changes. So I always follow India time. There are weekend sessions. I mean, all these are weekend sessions, Saturday and Sunday. Sessions, whatever sessions I'm going to conduct from the next weekend, so I'm not going to record. However, you can attend 2 more times, not a problem. And course cost 30,000 INR. You can pay 2 installments. And server, I can whatever the server I am using, you can get for the get the server. So he will take 3 months 5,000, or 1 month he will take 2,000 INR, Indian rupees. I will share the live Google Sheet, where you can enter notes written. Tomorrow, if you want to go through, you can go through all the steps. I will share the configuration steps, documentation, whatever class notes. And once you complete the course, I will add you a WhatsApp group where you can discuss your future questions, whatever you have. Yeah. So this is all about the course. Any questions now?
Yeah,
So the
Kiran,
time,
sorry.
go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, when the server fees 5,000 you mentioned there, is it in addition to 30,000
Correct,
during
correct.
our?
It's a separate vendor. If you have your own server, you can use. It's a separate
Mhm.
vendor. He will take that money. Correct. That is separate.
So basically, for us to practice the exercises, we need server access, right? Or
Correct, correct.
uh,
So that there are
okay,
3 months, 5,000. That's extra charge. Yeah.
so total is 35,000. In fact, we must have the access, right? Otherwise, we cannot follow your
Hmm. Correct,
course.
correct.
Yeah, okay, got it. Okay.
So, Kiran, what is included in that 5,000? Is it S4 access or we get Fiori and SAC and some other stuff as well?
Okay. S4 HANA plus Fiori. That's it. So the front end.
Okay.
Whatever
Okay.
group reporting, whatever required tools, you are going to get those tools.
Okay.
So timing will be
Kiran,
the same, Kiran. Will it going to be on the Saturday evening going forward as
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
or Saturday morning?
Saturday evening only. Same time. India Saturday evening.
Okay.
US Saturday morning. Yeah.
so only
Kiran,
Saturdays, right? No Sundays.
No, no. Saturday and Sunday.
Both
Sessions are
days, two
Saturday and
days.
Sunday. Yeah. 2 days. We will cover 4 to 5 hours each weekend.
Okay, okay.
Kiran, you said the FI is not covered in this course. Okay, but basically we need data from the FI only, right? In order to have the consolidation. So
So
that preparatory part.
assumption is whomever learning group reporting, they should know FI.
No, no, not that. The data, the source while practicing,
Hmm.
and of course while even you present that know how to do configuration and group reporting. The basic
Hmm.
data will be already available, the company codes, profit centers,
Ha
whatever it
ha
may
ha
be.
ha. Okay. That's available. That's we will create a company code. We will post some transactions. Then we will release.
Okay. So for us also, if we want to practice, we need to create
You can
separately
practice.
and do the same. Yeah. Okay. Good.
You can.
Okay. Another question
Or we can,
regarding
yeah, or we can
investments. Regarding
pose the same. Go ahead.
Yeah. Go ahead.
regarding investments, uh, see, there is a concept of minority interest.
Hmm.
That also covered. That also covered, or simply
So when I
the equity
said
method.
consolidation of investments, first consolidation and subsequent consolidation, both are covered. As part of first consolidation, we are going to understand investment eliminations, capital eliminations, goodwill calculations, and minority calculations.
Okay. Fine. Thank you.
Yep.
Excuse me, Kiran.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah. Go ahead.
Sorry.
go ahead.
Yeah, regarding data collections, Kiran. So, uh, can you please cover GRDC as well on a high level note? I didn't see a topic on that.
GR, as I said, like all these three products, I'm not going to cover, right? So, however, because you requested, I can share the relevant documentation in the session so that you can go through those.
Thank you,
Okay.
Kiran. That will be helpful. Yeah.
Yeah.
You mean Kiran, you are going to provide some document in your shared folder?
Correct. So I will sample. So whenever you practice any product, you need some sample data, right? Master data and transaction data. So this sample data, master data and transaction data, I upload in a Google. I will upload into Google Drive. I will give the access to that Google Drive. Yeah.
So for collection of source data, sorry, for FI, you said you will create some data and made it available to us. And can we create our
No,
own data in FI? No.
that's what I said. I create for my version. You can create for your version and you can release.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, Kiran, here I have a couple of questions. Basically, you are telling like how we are going to cover it. Is it covering from the basic configuration side? You're going to configure it in the live class, or is it the configuration is already there in the system, which we are going to see the process flow, right?
No,
The
we are
Java
going to
monitor
configure. So here
configure.
we are
Mhm.
going to configure, right? We are going to configure. So wherever applicable, I will tell you how to adopt the existing content.
Okay. See, example, basically, when you talk about the non-consolidation units, right? So I have so few of the entities are outside SAP. So we are going to upload it into the system, and how we are bringing the data from non-SAP to SAP, and also the SAP entities also. Yeah, everything we
No,
are
no,
just
not that
together to
interface.
share.
So we are directly loading flexible upload files to group reporting directly.
You mean we are uploading the flexi file directly into the GR?
Correct. Yeah, right. I'm
Creating the
stopping.
flexible,
Yeah,
sorry,
go ahead.
the creating the flexi files, that is part of what? Is it?
Course. Yeah, correct. That's part of the course. Yeah, I'm stopping the recording.